Forgive me for not having it memorized, but so, right. I'd like to thank all of you guys for coming out tonight to celebrate with myself and the troop. I was going to share information about every single badge, but I left that draft at home, so I'm going with this other speech.
Thank you.
An important distinction to establish for others is that scouting is not service to oneself, but service to others. The individual accomplishments for us scouts to earn should not be the main reason a scout puts on his uniform. The ideal stressed by the Scout Oath and Law call for an internal measurement of your own character so you can be the best you can be when you're serving others. From the moment I crossed over into Boy Scouts, I began learning things that would evolve my character, whether observing that allowed for me to transform my character to great lengths or not. I went through the various obstacles that came along the way to develop myself as a person. The traits I've developed most are my determination and my accountability. Perhaps the most critical lesson that the road to earning every merit badge taught me is that I was the sole person responsible for my advancement. Even from a young age, I was able to realize that nobody else was going to sit down with my merit badge counselors for me, and it was on my own volition to get things started and achieve the goal that I set for myself. When you set a goal, your success is dependent on your ability to stick to it and hold yourself responsible for living up to the predetermined expectations. Reaching Eagle is something that I hope every boy in this troop can do, as it blesses you with experiences that will benefit you for the rest of your life. Throughout my 6 years of Boy Scouts, I was faced with obstacles and difficulties that come with reaching such a peak. Because we're here tonight, we know how it all turned out, though. While up here, I'd like to share some of my experiences with y'all, and this is something that some of the boys were here to see. And Adam's older brother isn't here tonight, but he is one who actually did this with me. And so basically how merit badges work, as all the boys know, is you get a lot of them knocked out during your summer camps. So you can go to a summer camp and you can earn 4 a week, 5 a week even, and they also have the same opportunities available for winter camps. So like timing's perfect. Just about 2 weeks ago, there were probably winter camps all across the country where scouts could go during their winter break and they could earn 4 or 5 merit badges. So I did that. I did those camps twice, and so I went when it was freezing cold when I was 11 years old, and I stayed a week at a summer camp by myself. And there are troops at different summer camps and winter camps who take scouts in who are willing to do these things, and you spend a week with complete strangers as you learn new things, and it's great for character development. But I'd say the second time I went to a winter camp when I was 13, I learned how cold really is, and I slept. We got there and it was about 70 degrees on the first day, and we were chilling. We were very happy, but then within 3 hours, it dropped to 40 degrees, and it never went above 40 degrees for the rest of the week. And during that time, I spent time with Max Wagner, who's in New Mexico now, and we earned merit badge. We earned plumbing merit badge, law merit badge, with some of the greatest counselors. Our counselor for law was a district judge in Houston, and so he spent the week with us, and we did a mock trial case, and it was extremely fun. At the National Scouting Jamboree in 2017, I earned Disabilities Awareness Merit Badge, and that was very important to me. It was my dad's first merit badge that he earned when he was in Boy Scouts, and so that was really cool for me to do. At Lost Pines, at some of the summer camps I went to by myself, I earned Scuba Diving Merit Badge, and one time with my troop, when I was working on my Wilderness Survival Merit Badge, I had my first run-in with poison ivy ever. And when we had to do our overnight sleeping trip with the whole camp, I slept in poison ivy for about 6 hours, and my feet were completely covered in it. When we went to Camp Hale as a troop, and we worked on Snow Sports Merit Badge, that's an extremely unique merit badge, and it's really cool that the whole troop was willing to come with me to Oklahoma as I worked on that badge, because it was about an 11-hour drive. I'm thankful for everybody who put up with that. But it was super fun, and I had a great time going down the artificial ski slope with all the boys. And Bugling Merit Badge, last, was a great experience considering I've never picked up an instrument before in my life, like orchestra, band. And so it took me about 2.5 months to get it done, and working with Mr. Klecker, and a great experience. And I can still like make a sound on the bugle today, so I consider it a great success. I'm proud to say that I'm here because of the people who helped me along the way. Both inside and out of Scouts, I have been accompanied by encouraging family members and friends who push me to achieve great things. My parents provide for me and have made my life a true privilege. They are responsible for really giving me everything I've ever had, and I couldn't be more grateful. My friends give me support when I go through troubled times and support me on my path to following my dreams. However, my scouting family is who I can thank the most for this specific accomplishment. Father Jason, thank you for providing our troop with a home to meet every week, and your church's committed support in helping every single scout grow. Mr. Dennis McCarthy, not only is Mr. McCarthy the builder of this whole entire youth barn and our do-it-all leader, he was my merit badge counselor for composite materials merit badge and farm mechanics merit badge, which is just an example of how specific some of these merit badges get. And you have like no idea what they are, but you got to get them done if you're trying to get them all done. I got to drive a tractor on Mr. McCarthy's property on Saturday, and that was really fun. Mr. Jaime, our great scoutmaster, he's an excellent leader of the boys in the troop and a great communicator with his ASMs and all the troop committee members who are also to thank for this accomplishment. He has taught me the true importance of leadership by example, and I'm happy to have worked with him at our PLCs and our summer camps. Thank you to all the other leaders some are in this room, some aren't, that I attended throughout my time, that attended campouts with me during my time in Scouts. So Mr. Perry Scully, Mr. Jeff Holland, and Mr. Scott Jones. All of my merit badge counselors, some of which are in the audience. Again, I'd like to thank Mr. Robert Klecker, who was my counselor for my final merit badge. His teaching skills are very admirable, and he is a music teacher in real life. So that's why I was very blessed. My dad, thank you for being a dedicated leader and always showing that you believe in me. You signed me up for Scouts, and one of my favorite pictures ever is of you and me in our uniforms on our first day before our first meeting. Lastly, and I believe most importantly, my fellow Scouts. All the character development I have mentioned has come as a result of experiences, both great and not so great, that I've had with you guys. There is no end-all be-all in terms of what you must do to become a great Scout. Just because I have 14 palms and 138 merit badges doesn't make me better than any other Scout just because I have those specific accomplishments. So, the goal of Baden Powell in starting the Scouts was not to make every boy an equal Scout. Rather, it was to make every man realize that he had the capacity to become a young, responsible man through practicing a way of life that stresses honor and integrity. The positive development of my character through investing the time was a mere side effect of a decision to start being a Scout just 12 years ago. So, thank you.